benefits of sexism. Whoa! We are not for sale. Happy Monday, everyone! Hope everyone's having a lovely start to their week. I am back with another video this week, and I want to talk about benefits of sexism. Are there any? Is that just a joke? What is that about? What's going on? And I think it's so interesting because it's often women or people who are discriminated against. We talk about how we're discriminated against, and then people come back and they're like, oh, but you have this is a good thing that you benefit from that I don't benefit from, and you have this, so sexism can't possibly exist because of that. And it's like, oh, hold up, and I've heard of men being like, oh, I'm not a feminist because, there's no sexism because this happens to you. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so I want to kind of come on, talk about this, debunk some things, and just kind of give my opinion on it, as I always do, and see if we all learn something, or if I learn something, or if, just see what we can learn. So let's get started. So basically, the kind of examples that I give, when people say like, oh, the benefits of sexism or the benefits of being a woman. So it's things like chivalry. Like, chivalry is always the big one, of course. Like, you get things paid for you. You get your drinks paid for you, your dinner paid for you. You don't have to work. So, your life is so great you don't have to work. You can't possibly have anything to complain about because you can just sit at home all day and mind the kids. Like, that's so easy. You get the door held open for you. You can just, if you're, say, driving and, police pulls you over, you can just, flirt and smile or whatever, and you're, like, let off a ticket or whatever. Like, your life is amazing. Things like, oh, you get maternity leave, like, there's no paternity leave, so again, sexism can't possibly exist. Lol. Things like, oh, it's so much easier for you to work in childcare because you're a woman or a teacher. Like, people would think I'm weird if I worked in childcare, or people think I'm like a pervert. Things as well, like, the big one always thrown around is that women will get custody of their children easier, in like separation cases or whatever. So things like that, all these things, and I can see that side, I can see that perspective. But I think what I want to do today is offer the other perspective and why those things are the way they are in the first place, and how they're not actually benefits at all, and how they're actually symptoms of sexism and not benefits of sexism. So yeah, super interesting. See what we can do with all of that. Let's unpack all of that. So my big thing is, and this is really, like, this video might be short because the one sentence I have to say on that is that no amount of benefits that we get for being a woman compensates for the amount of shit that we put up with on the daily, on much wider scales. Like, there is no amount of tickets that you could be let off by the police that will compensate for the fact that women are literally raped and murdered all over the world every single day. Like, no. Like, there's no sane person in the world that can say, like, but you don't have to get tickets because you can just flirt with the police. Oh, that makes it okay then. I'm so happy to be a woman now today because I can get off a ticket. €40. Like, no. I'm still not that happy. No. So that's kind of the all-encompassing notion of this video, is that no amount of these tiny small things will ever make it okay that we put up with the amount of stuff that we do. So that's the gist. That's where we're starting off. And I think that one is really interesting because I know even myself, and with, hearing from other women I know, like, they might be stopped and, like, they don't necessarily even flirt. Like, it's sometimes it's actually the police man or whatever, or person, they like you, they think you're pretty, so they're letting you off. Like, I know I've been in situations where I've done absolutely nothing on purpose. I've just sat there, I've been stopped or whatever, or I've had, say, the wrong ticket on a train or something, and I haven't outwardly flirted, I haven't purposely, consciously tried to get out of something, but I know that they think I'm pretty, and they know that I'm young, and they probably think that I'm alright, like, so they're leaving me off. So I think, again, and I think that particular example is used against women. It's like, oh, but like, you're all just conniving and you get out of stuff. And I think, and like, I know for me, and I know there are people who purposely might do that. But there are a lot of people who actually don't, and it really is the police person or the train conductor or whatever that is leaving you off. And that's their decision. And kind of furthermore on that, like, of course I'm going to take advantage of that. If someone wants to leave me off a ticket because they think I'm pretty, this is my opinion, I am well within my right to take advantage of that, because again, the amount of shit we put up with as women, if I can get off a ticket because someone thinks I'm pretty, I'm gonna take that. I know that I consciously didn't purposely do anything, because maybe if I did it, maybe I wouldn't be able to live with myself. But if I just sit there and I'm just being myself and they want to let me off a ticket, I'm gonna take that ticket. And I don't want any woman ever to feel bad about doing anything like that, because quite frankly, we deserve it. Do you think that that can have backlash and repercussions in other areas? Of course. Men view us as objects and just pretty sexual beings all of our lives, and yes, that is coming into play when someone leaves you off a ticket. And I would rather pay the ticket, of course, like, let's say this, I would rather pay the ticket than not have men objectify women. But when that is still occurring, when men still objectify women, if I can get one small benefit from that, I'm probably going to take it. Just being perfectly honest. Hopefully someday there will be no objectification of women, and we will all delightedly pay our tickets when we get equal pay and we have enough money to pay for it. But there are things like that, you know, like, even if people say that, oh yeah, there are benefits, I might take advantage of them because I think I deserve it. And we put up with so much of it anyway, that if there's a benefit going, I'm going to take it. But I think it's important to know that all those benefits are always linked to something else. Like, someone leaving off a ticket is linked to the objectification of women and linked to us being viewed as sexual objects. They're never actually benefits, really. And I just want to drive that home, that, like, just think of the bigger picture. Why is that happening? Maternity leave. Why do women get maternity leave? Like, you know, some men can see that as a benefit. One, it's absolutely not, because, like, staying at home minding kid is not an easy thing to do. But why is, like, there's only maternity leave because we just still think that women are the only ones who mind children and that men are going off to work. Like, that's negative for both people. That's negative for the dad as well as the mom. And particularly in, say, like, a same-sex couple, you know, who are men. Like, what are they meant to do if there's no paternity leave? Like, no, like, it's insane. Like, there needs to be both things. Or just parental leave. So again, it's not just as easy as saying, like, oh, women have a great life because they get maternity leave. No, that's linked to the fact that we still think that that women are just, like, all brooding mothers and, like, they're just more maternal, i.e. weaker. That's what we mean, right, when we say maternal and emotional. So it's always linked, and I really want to drive that point home. And I think I also want to mention, in terms of, you know, women's drinks or dinners being bought for them, again, I don't see that as a benefit, because what's always linked to that is the expectation that we owe you something because you're buying something for us. So it's never a free meal. It's never a free drink. There's always some kind of expectation. So again, I don't see that as a benefit. And sometimes you'll offer, you'll say, let's go half, or I'll pay. And there's backlash. It's often peddled as, like, oh my god, you get all of your stuff paid for you. It's like, but sometimes if I try to pay, like, that could actually get dangerous. So no, I don't see it as a benefit to have my stuff paid for me. I actually see that as not having that much of a choice in the matter. Sometimes, depending on who you're with, obviously. Some men are totally comfortable with that, as they should be. Some men are not. So again, I just don't see it as a benefit. And just while I'm on that, I hope this is obvious, but no matter how many drinks you buy us, no matter how many dinners you buy us, no matter how many nice jewellery or whatever you buy us, women do not owe you anything. We are not for sale. Let's say it. Yes, cheer. Yes. Just to be clear, we do not owe you anything because you buy us stuff. I think when men say these things and they say, like, oh, but you have benefit, you get a lot off tickets, you get things bought for you, I think, and I see them clutching to these things, and I know that they really don't want to believe that women's lives are shitter than men's, but they are. And these things are tiny in the realm of what we put up with on a daily basis, and I really want you to know that. And that, as I've said numerous times throughout this video, no amount of tickets, no amount of free dinners, no amount of anything can make up for what we put up with. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I hope I've shed some light on my opinions anyway on that. I think this one is a really complicated one, and I think there are a lot of opinions on it from men, from women, from everybody. So would genuinely love to hear your thoughts. And I know that I'm coming at it from this perspective of a woman. I know that there are things that I'm not gonna be able to see because I'm not a man and I'm not coming from that perspective. So please comment down below if you have an opinion or if you have a different perspective on something that I've mentioned that I maybe don't see. So I'm always open to that as well. My stomach does drop when I do see that a comment has been made, but it's fine. I take it not as an attack, and I say, Lauren, let's just see that as a constructive way to engage in conversation and learn. So thank you very much for watching this week's video. Genuinely so appreciative every week of anyone who watches and puts in the time. And yeah, it's really nice. Also, what you can all do if you wanted to is follow me on Instagram. I always say like, oh, like my page or whatever, but this week I'm gonna say follow me on Instagram if you want. So my name is ecstatically Lauren Foley. I'll put it down below. Haha, it's not there now, but I'm gonna type it in. And yeah, that would be cool if you follow me on Instagram. So hope you have a great week, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.